Metro going in, everything hit. All my songs hits, all my chains hit. I look like a lick.
Hey, what is up? And I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be doing another tutorial here on Photoshop. This is probably one of my favorite edits I've made in a long time. I know it's another Odell, but don't hate me, it's just that he has a lot of good, like, high quality pictures, so it's just kind of like the stereotypical photo I'd go to, or like player I go to when testing out new edit styles. So today we're going to be going from this picture right here, which is already skinned. If you don't know how to skin images or photos, just go to one of my older videos. I'll probably link the playlist on the top right of this video that'll pop out right now. Just click on that and go to one of my skinning tutorial videos. It's pretty similar. I'm pretty sure it is one of the formulas. I can't remember what one, but I think there's two videos of it if you really need to. Probably already know how to. So we're just going to go straight into this. I have this entire PSD that I will try and link in the description, so if you can just download this and put your own player in here. But if you want to go step by step with me, I'll take you right through it. So first, we're obviously going to turn this into a PNG with the player on it, or the PNG of the player with the background on it. So we're going to go to this tool right here. Let's make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to make a really rough outline of it since I already have an edit made, and there's no real point of me taking super amounts of time. It's not like I'm going to be posting this. I'll just skip to the end of this for you guys so you don't have to watch me do all this. So here we have a really rough outline of the player. I would take a little bit more time with this if I was going to post it like I said before, but what you want to do is go to this background layer right here, go to image adjustments, black and white, nothing special other than that. You want to duplicate this layer here, and what you want to do is set this bottom layer to black and white, just like the other layer. And then you want to go onto the top layer, get the eraser tool, and erase everything that isn't a main color of this picture, so which is in my case blue. Let's get rid of everything else. I'm going to leave this red here because it is part of the helmet, but I'm going to erase this red here for one reason in particular. I would take a little bit more time and get a little bit closer to the face mask and not erase any of this blue right here, but I'm going to do this real quick. Could go down here and get rid of these kind of little specks of color you see from grass and stuff like that on his pants. Then you want to do a new layer, do the brush tool, make sure it's a normal brush like this, turn the hardness all the way up, and you want to zoom in on this thing right here. Oh, actually first you want to get the blue of the jersey and just draw right over top of this. I'm not going to be too careful with this, but if I were you guys, I would. Go ahead and color this in. Oh geez, that was actually really bad. Let me erase that right there. Alright, so this is kind of the idea right here. You would go into this little spot right here, but let's just try to get this to a shorter video. Turn this layer onto overlay. Then you get this bluish kind of visor look to it. I just like these a lot better. Having the colored visor and getting rid of everything except for the main color has kind of been my style as of recently. So you could leave the skin and the visor the way it was, or make a different color visor, make it red, make it pink, I don't know. You could change this entire bluish to a different color like red or pink or purple or whatever you wanted. Overall, like all of the colors, the jersey and this background effects would change color if you wanted. Next, you want to get this glitch effect. I'll show it to you here in a second. Let me just drag it over onto this layer. Alright, so you want to just take a screenshot of this if you want to. I'm going to make this really easy for you guys. I'm not going to make you search for these effects or anything like that, so I'll show you all of them and have you screenshot them. So was this on color dodge, I think? Yup. This will go under the players. Oh, I actually forgot a step. You want to merge these two layers here, the black and white and the normal colored version. You want to merge layers. You want to duplicate this again. On the bottom one, you go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and this is all kind of just your preference of how you like these. Yep, so as you can see here, it has just little softer edges to it now. It'll be a little bit more prominent, as you can see here. Makes a bigger difference on here at the end of the edit, but right there is all we need. Next, we want to get this. It's like at the end it doesn't do much, but it just does that slight amount that adds something to it, so why not throw it on there? Let me drag this to the top so I can give it to you guys. All of these effects are coming from Merc Reveals on Instagram if you want to follow him, but here's the effect if you just want to take a screenshot of your phone, on your phone or your computer or something like that. Let's just throw this back down here, and let's see what this is actually on screen. Next effect, these lights that are probably the main effect of everything, makes everything come together. Take this, there you go, take a quick screenshot of that. Throw this back down here under the player, and let's see what this was on. Hard light, wherever that is at. There we go. Next effect we have is the stadium lights. This one you could just search up on Google if you want to get the highest quality resolution of this one. Just search up stadium lights background or something like that, but again, trying to make this as easy as possible. This color, oh, clicked on the wrong one. No, don't do that. And hit lighted color. And we drag this down bottom. Here we have this just brush effect that you guys might have to do on your own, because I can't really show this to you because it's a PNG. You might have to download the PSD if you want to get something like this, but all this is a brush right here, and I just painted around the edges like this, just in random different locations around here. So I can't really give this to you unless you download the PSD, but if you want to, you can just go to image adjustments, meant to hit hue and saturation, and then you can just change the color, hit colorize, and change this to whatever color you want. But here we have this, what was this on? Color burn. Next effect, watermark. This is your own thing, but after that it's all above the player. This particles effect is another big effect here on the edit. Adds most of the color. Here's the effect. Pretty sure that was on screen. Now we have this other optional thing here. I'm not going to drag this on the other one because I just don't like it as much, but it adds a lot more deep colors. Same with this thing here, but if you added this and this, add a little bit different to it. But this is just, this layer right here is just a black and white version of all of these layers put together. So after you do this edit and you take, like, you do this entire edit, let me just rephrase this. After you're done with all the layers that I'm going to show you, you would then save it, hit file, save as, and then you would drag it on top here, throw it right here, and make it black and white, and then you make it soft light. I'm not going to do it because I just don't like the look of it, so we're going to skip all the way up to the scratch effect. Another one that shows up a lot. We're going to take this and throw it up here. Alright, so now we have the scratch effect in here. Let me just fix this up a little bit so you can get it. There we go. Now put this on screen. As you can see, that it's starting to come together, but there's a little, how do I phrase these? It just changes literally everything. All of these make a huge, I was going to say make a huge difference. This one does, and this one kind of does. That one, again, makes a huge difference, but we're going to go through these. So for these, it's kind of annoying. When I first saw people doing these, I had no idea what they're doing, so I'm going to go through here real quick. So in order to get these, you're going to go up here. It might show libraries. You want to click on adjustments right here. And I'm pretty sure posterize was the first one. You want to click here. And I need to get these effects. Alright. Levels 18. And that's it for that one. Next, we have a gradient map on screen. That's normal. This is a black and white gradient map. I'll show you how to do that after this. Let's see where it is, right there. Click here. Click the third one, okay. Is that what that was on? Yep, make sure the opacity is all the same on here. Photo filter 1. Go ahead and find this real quick. Oh man, what color did I pick? Let's figure this out. Just a blue. Let's see where else I did here. A density of 27. A little bit of a boost on this. Now we have this thing that'll darken the image. As you can see, these are pretty similar right now. A little bit off, just because the picture's not zoomed in here. But as you see, it's pretty much the exact same thing. When we put this on, it makes everything a whole lot better. So let me just drag this over here. Make this normal. This is a pretty simple effect, but this adds a whole lot to it. Take a screenshot of that, and we're gonna put on. Oh wow, I already forgot. There we go, overlay. And this is pretty close to the exact same edit. The only thing I don't have is my watermark on this version. You'd throw your version right here, but this is pretty much it. And now we have this one last optional effect. It's just little like glow things. Just check on it, like watch right here on his arm if you didn't see it. It's just these little things here. All you gotta do for these is just drag them in and place them where you want them, and just like adjust them like this. It's really not that noticeable, but it just adds that little bit to it that maybe you like, maybe you don't. This one went on his arm. I'm not going to go through and do all these, but if you want to, go right ahead. Again, the PSD for this edit will be in the description. Go right ahead and download that if you have Photoshop. If you do not have Photoshop, I probably Photoshopped in the title of this video, so I hope you do have it if you're watching this, but if you don't, just let me know, and I'll make the apps version of it. It's very, very, very similar to Photoshop. It's not Photoshop, though, on your phone. It's an app called Leonardo. I'm assuming that it's still on the App Store. I know a lot of my editing apps are gone because I used them so long ago. So I could make another video on that. I have 4 or 5 of them in the playlist that popped up earlier. So you can go ahead and click on those, watch those if you want to. They're definitely not as good as this though. This edit right here is probably top 3 I've ever made, and all my top 3 have been made this year. Every single time I make an edit, I think it gets better, and I think that's good, and yours are probably the exact same way. I know mine were in the beginning, and I used to watch a ton of tutorials in the beginning. So that's going to do it for this video. If you want to see more, comment. If you want me to do specific styles, let me know. So go ahead and leave a like on this video if you do like these, and you want me to do more. It really shows me that you guys really do like them, because if I see the views, I know it makes me really happy that I'm getting seen. But if you subscribe and like the video, it really shows me that this video is doing good, and people don't just click on it and leave. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Why this bitch tryna play me? Are you crazy? Pocket rocket in my cargoes like the Navy. Put the Tommy to his brain, please, like he Brady. Heartbreaking on the daily. Can you save me?